Imagine this. You're living paycheck to paycheck, despite having a steady income. You know you should be saving more, investing more. But where does all your money go? It's almost like it disappears right in front of your eyes. You're not alone. The harsh truth is, nearly 60% of Americans don't have $1,000 saved for an emergency. But here's the good news. You don't have to be part of that statistic. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to break down the essential steps to budgeting and saving so you can take control of your finances and start building the wealthy lifestyle you dream of. But first, let's answer the age-old question. Why does Starbucks somehow always feel like a necessity and not a luxury? Let's dive into step one, understanding where your money is really going. Step one, track every dollar. Before we can solve the problem, we have to identify it. And it all starts with tracking where every dollar goes. Yes, I'm talking about every single purchase, every cup of coffee, every takeout meal, every last-minute Amazon splurge. Here's the thing. If you don't know where your money is going, it's already slipping away from you. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. If you don't plug the leaks, your bucket will never get full. But once you know your spending patterns, you'll feel empowered to make smarter decisions. It's like getting a map when you've been lost for years. And you don't have to start with complicated spreadsheets. Apps like Mint or YNAB can do the hard work for you. But tracking is just the beginning. What you do with that information next will determine whether you stay broke or start building wealth. Step 2. The 50-30-20 rule. Now that you have a clear picture of your spending, it's time to strategize. Enter the 50-30-20 rule. It's a simple budgeting formula that divides your income into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. Wait a second. 30% on wants? Yes, you heard that right. You don't have to give up all the fun to budget effectively. The beauty of the 50-30-20 rule is that it's flexible and realistic. It allows you to enjoy your life now, while still planning for your future. You're not depriving yourself. You're being smart about where your money goes. But there's one catch. If you want to see real change in your bank account, you can't ignore the next step. It's what separates the savers from the spenders. Step 3. Automate your savings. Automation is your secret weapon. Set it and forget it. Let your savings happen automatically every month, without any effort on your part. Think about this. Every day you wait to set up an automatic transfer to your savings is a day closer to the next financial emergency catching you off guard. Imagine needing a car repair tomorrow and realizing you have nothing saved for it. Because let's be real, cars always seem to break down when you least expect it. It's like they know. But automating your savings won't mean much unless you have a clear goal in mind. What's the point of saving if you don't know what you're saving for? Step 4. Set clear financial goals. Setting financial goals gives your savings a purpose. Whether it's building an emergency fund, buying a house, or taking that dream vacation, knowing what you're working towards makes the journey easier. Picture this. 6 months from now, you've saved $5,000. Now, instead of worrying about surprise expenses, you can start thinking about investments, or even rewarding yourself with something you've always wanted. But without a goal, you'll be tempted to dip into your savings for anything. And that's a surefire way to stay stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Step 5. Review and adjust your budget monthly. The final step is perhaps the most important. Reviewing and adjusting your budget every month. Life happens, and your financial plan needs to adapt. If you don't keep an eye on your budget, it's easy for those little expenses to creep back in. You might not even notice until it's too late. Ever wondered why your wallet always seems empty right after payday? That's why it's crucial to regularly check in and make sure your budget is still aligned with your goals. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent.